Hey, what's up guys? Chase with iDub Hockey, hanging out with Jared from Warrior Hockey here in San Diego. We've got your Alpha line in front of us. Before we start talking about a couple key specs that are unique to this Alpha line, what style of player would you say that this is geared for?
I think the Alpha line, the QX stick, is geared for not necessarily the winger who plays in tight with in-close shots, but more the guy that plays along the blue line, maybe your defensive players. The style of the stick and the slightly more traditional taper lends itself to a bigger shot and more stability when fighting for pucks on the boards, maybe trying to steal pucks from other players. So it does fit a little bit more nicely into the category of a defensive or someone who shoots from a little bit further out.
Kind of on the perimeter shooter rather than being in and tight.
Yeah, the guys that have to possibly stop someone else as well as shooting from a little bit further out.
Well, let's talk about a couple key specs in your top-of-the-line QX here. There's a big departure from what we saw in the Dynasty line coming into this new Alpha family. The biggest change, as far as I can tell, is in the taper. So can you tell me a little bit about the saber taper and what that does for the player?
Yeah, absolutely. With the Dynasty line, with the more traditional mid-kick stick, the bottom of the stick and the taper area, the transition from the shaft into the blade was much thicker. That was great for stability and maybe big slap shots, but didn't really provide the quick strike and quick release type shots that are needed in the game today. Faster game, less time to shoot. So we moved to a true one-piece construction, and we came up with the saber taper in order to allow players to retain that durability and stability that they need, but also have a quicker shot, better release, more accurate.
So add a little bit more versatility while still being able to service and offer those players that like to shoot from the perimeter, still kind of giving you a little bit more versatility there, I guess is.
Yeah, absolutely. As you see with the game, how fast it moves today, the guys at the point don't have enough time to take a big slap shot all the time anymore. So being able to sling the puck in a little bit faster, a little bit lower, less effort to get the stick loaded, and a little bit better release going into the zone. Any advantage we can give our players is better.
For sure. Let's talk about the carbon fiber. Pretty unique from what we see, from competitors on the market as far as maybe just the kind of the weave size. So maybe just talk to me a little bit about the minimus carbon fiber and the construction process you use throughout the line.
Sure. So the minimus carbon fiber is a fiber, a weave that is a little bit thinner, but the other properties of the fiber with the resins and the weave and the materials that are used to create the weave allow us to have less material but retain strength and durability. So the way that the fibers are used in the stick and where they're placed in the construction of the stick give us the opportunity to save weight and create better balance.
So even though we have your pure carbon fiber in the top of the line, we're still seeing a minimus carbon just with different levels of fiberglass. But the cool thing that sticks out to me is the construction that you're using kind of throughout. So maybe talk to me a little bit about that and kind of how it offers something for every player at every price point.
Sure, we wanted to make sure that at any price point, like you said, that the key features were maintained throughout the line. So from the top of the line all the way to the QX5, you get the saber taper, you get the minimus carbon like you mentioned. The quick strike, the features of the release and the accuracy are maintained throughout the line. So no matter which price point you jump into, you're still going to get the things that make this the QX stick.
So even if you're an elite level player, but you want to just try out this new family from Warrior, you can even go ahead with an opening price point and just see how you like it, and then maybe one day step up to the QX, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Hey, well, thanks for having us out here and filling us in on all this info. And then for you at home, check out more of these Alpha sticks. Make sure you go to icewarehouse.com.